everyone, and happy Easter! Today we will be doing a building tutorial for a little Easter egg. Let's just get started. Step 1, you're just going to go 3 by 3 by 3 and by 3. Very simple. And then you're going to build up one on every side, just going around the whole thing, and make sure you cut off the corners. You do not want the corners in this. Next, we'll just build this up one block. Alright, now we're going to go into the inside. So we're going to do the same thing we did at the outside, but towards the inside this time. And making sure you also cut off the corners, or however it lands. Actually, yeah, you don't want the corners here. And then we're just going to go up again, once again on the inside, go around, and then we do the top. And there is your little Easter egg. Of course, you can do different patterns, like we got this polka dotted one I did, and we also have the striped one. But this time, for this video, I want to issue a little challenge. I could not figure out how to do a zigzag pattern. You know how some Easter eggs have the zigzag patterns of stripes? I could not figure out how to do it with this build. What I would like to see is you guys try and do it. And if you attempt it, let me know in the comments, and I'll check it out on your channel, and I may leave a comment if I check it out. I probably will, because I love interacting with my community. So if you are able to make a zigzag pattern on one of these, I might even shout out your video, either in my Discord channel or in a community post on my channel, with your permission, of course. Alright, on to the next build. Next recording is going to be a little bunny. Now first we're going to start with the same 3 by 3 thing we did with the egg. Just go in this 3 by 3 pattern, and then we're going to build it up 3 high. Next we're going to go in 1, just all the way around the edge, and then you're going to want to go back out around the edges. Once again, cut off the corners. Now you'll build this up 3. Now we will go in one more time, and we're going to fill the full thing in. There we go. This is the base of our little bunny. And up here, we're going to put 2 little feet. The 2 little arms are going to go at the very top. And then for his little ears, we're just going to build straight up. And for his face, I'm going to do blue eyes, because that's what my bunny looks like, Snowball. And we're going to do blue, and then little pink nose. And next, we're going to let him hold a little carrot. So we're going to do 2 orange wool and then 1 green on top to make a little carrot. And next, we're going to make a basket. So we're going to take an oak fence so it looks like a nice weaved basket. We're just going to build 2 up, and then we're going to build 2 out to the side. So now we got a little bunny, and he's holding a little basket. Our next build will be a tomb, which you may think that's not very Eastery, unless you are familiar with the Easter story, which I will be telling you while we build this. So right here, I had to build the base first because I kept forgetting how big to make it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, and then 3 across, cutting off the corners. And now we've got to build this up 3. So our Easter story begins with a man named Jesus. And Jesus was the Son of God. And God sent him to earth to save us from all of our sins. And we're also going to fill in the bottom here, make a floor. Jesus died on the cross for our sins. And everyone was really sad. Next, we're going to build a roof on the inside, not touching the walls. But he promised his disciples that he would be back. And he did come back 3 days later, which is what we call Easter. That is the day he rose from the dead, ultimately defeating death for us. So that is why we are building this tomb, is to represent him raising from the dead. The tomb was completely sealed off. So let's build the entrance to this tomb. So we're going to break these 3 blocks and break this one here. And back here we're going to fill this with just black concrete. And then we're going to put black stained glass in the middle there. And then build 3 blocks on top of that. So see, this doesn't look like a closed tomb now, does it? That I just said that Jesus died in. Well, that's because when two women of his followers went to his tomb, they went and they saw that the heavy stone blocking it was rolled away. So let's build that stone on the side. We're going to build up 3, out 1, 2, put 1 on the back here, and then put 2 at the front there. So there's that big heavy stone. So you might be wondering, how did this large stone get moved away from the tomb? That seems impossible, right? Because like so many people would have to push it. But the thing about Jesus was, he had just died on the cross. No one except for his followers really liked him. But when the women went to the tomb, there was a violent earthquake because an angel of the Lord had come down from heaven and went to the tomb and rolled the stone away and then sat on it. The guards at the tomb became afraid. Then the angel said to the women, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus who is crucified. He is not here, he has risen, just as he has said. Come and see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples, he has risen from the dead and is going ahead of you into Galilee. There you will see him. Now I have told you." And now we move on into the next part of this build, which is the inside. Because when they looked in the tomb, it was empty. And now, this is probably just a me thing, but I picture there being like a little shelf in the tomb. I really don't know why I do that, but something else, I heard it in some versions. I don't know which gospel it was, because the Easter story is in several gospels, but I'm pretty sure one of them said that the linen that he was wearing, which means basically his clothes or like the cloth they wrapped him in when they buried him, was laying neatly on the side. So we're going to put those right there to represent that. So now we're going to put the black concrete back, put the glass in there so you can look in and you can see the empty tomb with the clothes laying neatly folded in the corner. And there you go. That is the Easter story. It's really an amazing story, and I highly encourage that you look at the rest of the story. You can find it in Matthew 28, and I'm sure there are in other Gospels, but that is the version that I used and I looked at. But I also highly encourage you to maybe read the rest of the Bible and see other parts of it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends, tell them the Easter story, and yeah, that is all. Bye! Just before we go, tell you like the significance I am feeling of like telling this story of how important it is. I am actually like shaking a little bit because I do not want to say something wrong. I'm scared I'm going to say something wrong because this is so important.